Now we're going to cover the scavenge, the low pressure. Okay? Low pressure. You got it? This line right here is your number 2, scavenge return. Number 2 bearing, scavenge return. This one right here. 12 o'clock. After the pump. This one right here. By about 2, 3 o'clock, it's your number 3 supply line. So follow those towards the back, sir. By the diffuser.
Bam.
You found them?
Yes.
The one that's at is your number 2. The one that's forward is
Number
your
2.
3.
Number 3.
Number 2
2.
is at. I mean, yeah. Number 2 is at. Number 3 is forward. Got it?
2, 3.
Number 2 is headed towards the exhaust. Number 3 headed towards the inlet.
Roger.
Okay, that's your scavenge return for your 2 and 3 area. You got 1 supply line for your 2 and 3, and you got 2 scavenge return lines physically for your number 2 and number 3. Got that? We good?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Now, let me see. Is it this way? All right, this side. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get it from there, so you're gonna have to come this side. This one right here. This one right here. Right here. See it?
Yeah, I got you.
Right here. Then you follow up and around all the way to here.
Number 1 scavenge.
That's your number 1 scavenge return.
Okay. Bam. There it is.
Okay?
There it is, man.
Got it?
Get her done.
Got it.
You're done. We
This
got
one
it.
right here.
Yes, sir.
This one right here.
Yes, sir.
You go look at your accessory gearbox.
Yes, sir.
This line right here is your accessory gearbox return. See the 90 going forward?
Oh, snap.
It's not a 90, it's actually what, about a 45?
Yeah.
35?
Yes. I'll give it to you. I'll say 42 and a half.
Okay, 42 and a half.
On a Tuesday, yeah, 42 and a half.
Comes up and over and goes all the way to here.
To there.
Right there.
Follow that line all the way. That'll be your scavenge return for your accessory gearbox. So you got your number 1, your accessory gearbox supply, and you got your return.
Okay. Okay.
Gotcha.
So now, and listen very attentively, so let's see if you got it. How many return lines do I have physically that you can see?
4 return lines.
I'm not counting the oil tank. Never
Three
count the oil
return
tank.
lines.
4?
4.
Awesome. We're listening. And how many supply?
3.
What are they?
You got your number 2 and 3 bearing, number 1, and your accessory
drive.
Awesome. Boom. On that.
Hot damn. Suck it, Trevor.
Now, we followed it all the way around and we talked about the system.
Yes, sir.
I didn't talk about the thermostatic bypass and I didn't talk about the relief valve that much. So, let's talk about this relief valve. And according to what was said in there, it doesn't open up in case you exceed 450. That's what these 2 are set for. And when it's relieving, it takes a chunk of oil out of here and sends it back through here, back to the inlet side of the pump.
So it's another bypass wall.
That's these 2 right here for that T-fitting I showed you over there. They're all identical to this engine. See the T-fitting? I'm pointing at it.
Yes.
That T-fitting right there. Now, because we operate in such a low manner, one of them, because we don't need to use both, one of them will be what we consider a constantly operating. In case we exceed that 540. Because we exceed that 540, they immediately want to move all that oil back to the inlet side of the pump. Got it? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Filter removes contaminants. Thermostatic bypass. How does that work? Well, right now we got oil, engine running. We haven't been running the engine long enough. Okay, so that oil is still cool. The other one is still waiting to be used. As the oil begins to get hot, which is normally 2 to 5 minutes, the engine been operating. The oil begins to get hot, thermostatic bypass begins to open and begins to close the other side. Got it? Okay. There is a max number, or there is a operating temperature that we need to be at and we need to maintain. So as the engine is flying along, now we're flying, this thermostatic bypass will close the flow. Where did I go? I just forgot. This right here will definitely close this side of the pump, or this side of the thermostatic. Right here. This right here will be closed. When we reach the optimal operating temperature. All the oil will then go from here to here,
To the oil.
all through the oil cooler, and will become part of the system until we shut down engine the oil.
Dang.
Let's try this.
Yes.
Is there a certain? Do you know the certain temperature or?
No, you can look it up.
I know,
So the J34.
I know what it is. It's 170 is the maximum they ever want the oil to run at. That opens at 160.
That's 170 Celsius, sir. 170 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit.
It said Fahrenheit,
No,
I
I think it said Fahrenheit.
It said
was
Fahrenheit.
like 70 something degrees Celsius.
Yeah, it said 170. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And then they said when it drops down to 120 degrees, and I think it's Fahrenheit. I'll double check. But then that's when it closes and won't allow any more oil to be cooled. You know, they don't want it below 120.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 120.
So
to 100
that the thermostatic bypass continues to work, trying to keep that oil.
from 120 to 160.
But I know the operating temperature of this thing.
A lot
When we
more.
get it hot, and it tends to stay open because we are gonna the hottest bearing on a turbine engine is the one in the exhaust towards the exhaust section. All right. Other than that, that's it. That's the oil system. Yes.
I had a question on the scavenger lines, the two scavenger lines. You said the one that was in the front was actually scavenging the number 3 bearing.
Yes.
They're crossed then. They're not in order.
No, that's the way they did it. It's a matter of fact,
Isn't
you
that
can
weird?
look at the oil lines when you IPP them, and that's what's going to show you.
Wow. Wonder why they crossed them like that.
Because they're being a pain in the ass.
Would that be something you would ask of us, sir?
No, it's got to go through the pump.
Oh, go through the.
What I'm saying is this is becoming part of the system now. And when we start the engine, this is not part of the system. Oil is going to go in there and it's going to be trapped there until we need it. And once until it begins to circulate. It's part of the system, but oil is not.
Technicality, right?
Yeah, oil's not being pushed through the system until that oil gets to that temperature, 170.
Right, and the oil's like a closed system. Is there a point where they like?
No, it has nothing to do with